I'm Audrey McDonald. I am the head vocal coach for Forte Vocal Performance Academy, and I'm going to be talking to you today about danger number 2 out of top 5 dangers to your vocal cords. So today we're going over use, don't abuse. So I want to go over first real quick how the vocal cords are, the pathways that go into your vocal cords and then into your stomach. So let's take a look at this. For my students, they go, oh, I know this chart. Yes, you know this chart. So we're going to go over it. So this is a photo of, or a graph actually, of your mouth. This is an open mouth. So we got this beautiful pathway of air right on in here, and then you have your tongue and you have the epiglottis sitting up, and then right down in here is your larynx or your vocal cords, however you want to call it, and then back here we have the pathway into our stomach. So that's nice and open. Now we're looking at the closed mouth. You've got the tongue here. So let's say you've taken something, a bite of sandwich. So the sandwich went in your mouth. The tongue pulled back to kick the food back into the throat. And then the epiglottis here is now starting to close. Now, in a better photo, it would actually close over and close off that pathway into your vocal cords. So the food would go down, right down into the right path. Now, have you ever had a time where you were eating, talking on the phone, and walking, and all of a sudden the food goes down the wrong pipe and you're coughing and you're choking and you're getting that food and water back out? Now, the term going down the wrong pipe is actually kind of true. It is going down the wrong pipe. What happens is your vocal cords are designed to protect your lungs. They're also designed to make noise and alert for safety, and we now use it for communication and singing, but it is designed also to protect your lungs. So as the food and the water come down, the vocal cords kick back together, kick the food and the water back out, shoots it out, and then it goes down the right pipe. So that's why you're coughing and you're rubbing your vocal cords together, is because it's protecting right below are your lungs. So this little beautiful thing here, your little epiglottis, is kind of like a toilet bowl lid. So what happens is as you eat that food, it closes right over the pathway to your vocal cords, so the food goes into the correct pipe. Now as you breathe, you may feel a cold air in the back of your throat, which is the air hitting the back of your throat, and it's also hitting your epiglottis, which is now standing up, which tells you, yay, everything's nice and open, and now this beautiful air and sound can come and travel through freely from the vocal cords. So going back into use, don't abuse, one of the top ways I see people abusing their vocal cords, and I don't think they're even aware that they're abusing your vocal cords, is by coughing and clearing your throat repeatedly throughout the day. What that's doing is it's designed to protect your lungs, yes, but if you overdo it, the slapping of them together to get the phlegm, to get the saliva, whatever it is that you're clearing your throat for, it is over abusing those vocal cords, and the slamming together will actually cause damage. It will shorten your vocal cords, and you won't be able to hit those beautiful high notes that you like because you can't get that stretch since you've been jamming them together all day. So that is the top way that I see people really abusing it. So what are you going to do? Your throat itches, you can't talk, maybe you have a little phlegm on it, right? What do? Well, you can try taking a sip of water. Oftentimes that will help. You can also do a vibration, so you can go however your range is comfortable, and the vibration is now a healthy vibration of the vocal cords running together, and that vibration will kick the saliva or the phlegm off of the vocal cords and down the way that it's supposed to go. So that's the top way that I see use, don't abuse happening. There are quite a few other ways. Number one, don't scream and don't yell. Obviously, the tension on the vocal cords and the air pressure punching through to get that sound out is really going to be damaging to your vocal cords. Getting in places that are loud, such as concerts, bands, big clubs, events, anything that's really loud, and you have to yell all night long to talk to somebody, yeah, that's going to be very damaging to your vocal cords. Well, what to do? Well, a couple of options. If you say go to a concert or a nightclub with your friends and you want to talk to them, take them into an area that is a little bit quieter to have that conversation. Maybe you have some gossip that you want to talk to. Take her into the bathroom. Talk about it in the bathroom, or maybe near the bar area if that's a little bit quieter, and have your conversation there. Also, as you're having your conversation, try to talk in a higher pitched voice. The reason why is that sound is going to travel a lot easier, whereas if you're talking in a lower voice, it's heavier, it doesn't travel as far, so now you have to push really hard to get that sound. Whereas if you're talking in a high voice, you can easily make that sound travel. So those are two options that you can do if you're in a situation where you need to talk, but it's loud. Truthfully, just try not to get in those situations. If you want to have a conversation, go to dinner afterwards, go to a cafe afterwards, and have your conversation there. If you lose your voice, such as laryngitis, do not talk. And I'm talking don't talk, don't whisper, don't laugh, don't cough, nothing. You want to act like those vocal cords are not there. Don't do any of that. All of that is very damaging, especially whispering. When you whisper, there's so much air, it's just so dangerous for your vocal cords. So you may think that you are helping it by whispering, but you're actually not. So don't make any sound at all whatsoever. Let your vocal cords rest. They've been hurt and they need to heal. If you're on stage and you are performing and you cannot hear yourself, don't sing louder. Turn up your monitor. Go to the sound guy and tell him you would like to have your monitor turned up, or do it during sound check and say it right into the microphone. What are your monitors? For those of you that don't know, those are two big speakers that are on your stage and they are pointing facing up to you personally, just you. So what it is, it's a way for the singer and the performers on stage to hear themselves. So say you can't hear your voice very well because you have a 5-piece band behind you going away, right? You need to be able to hear your voice, so you have them turn up your voice in the monitor, so now your voice is very loud in the monitor, but you're not singing any louder. And the cool thing is that the audience has the right levels. They don't hear your voice jacked up really loud. They hear it level as it should be. But you, in your monitors, now can hear your voice turned up very loud. So it gives you a way to hear your voice without having to shout and scream out your vocals, which the only thing in reality it's going to do, one, damage your vocal cords, and two, you're going to be screaming so much that you're just not going to sound good. So what is the bother of the audience being able to hear you being able to hear you, if you're not going to sound good anyway? So have them turn up your monitor. Also, lastly, do not sing out of your experience range. If you're unable to sing a song that's very, very high, don't sing it. Or very, very low, don't sing it. The reason why is your vocal cords are not experienced yet. You don't know how to properly tune them to get to that range. Or it may just not be in your range, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So by you singing it, you're causing damage to your vocal cords, and you're actually taking steps back in ways to improve your voice. So be patient. Enjoy the journey, enjoy your improvements bit by bit, so that way when you are able to sing that song, it's so much more worth it, it's so much more gratifying than if you could just sing it. If everyone could just sing it, well, it wouldn't be as much fun, I'll tell you that. So that wraps it up for Use, Don't Abuse. We'll go on to videos 3, 4, and 5 of the top 5 dangers to your vocal cords. If you'd like more information on private one-on-one lessons as well as group lessons, visit ForteVocals.com. Talk to you soon.